Hello, it's me, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but you know, whatever. So as you guys know, I'm a Canon shooter. I love Canon. I'm shooting this on a 6D Mark II. It's great for what I need it for, but sometimes I like to see what there is on the market. You know, we've got the Sonys, we've got, you know, the Nikons, but in this video, I'm gonna take a look at a camera which I've been interested in a while. I'm gonna take a look at the Fuji X-T20. Now, this isn't the newest one. We're just gonna use it, we're gonna take some photos with it, I'm gonna see if I like it, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll swap to a Fuji, so let's see how that goes. I know what you're thinking in the comments. You're probably saying, but why do you want to move to a Fuji? And it's not exactly that I want to move to a Fuji. Well, Jabe says the better. Fun fact, Jabe's here with us today. It's his camera that we're going to be using. But I thought, you know what? I've always liked the look of a Fuji. I always like kind of the images they produce. I've always thought they're quite good. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna take some images and then I'm gonna show you the images that I take with them. We're gonna walk around. We're gonna see if I like them. And I'll talk about what I do like, what I don't like, and all that good stuff. So, luckily for me, I have a beautiful cameraman behind the camera. One of the initial things that I first noticed when I first grabbed this camera, because there's a extender grip on here, is that the grip is incredibly small. Coming from a DSLR with this tiny little mirrorless thing, is that the grip is absolutely tiny. And for me, someone who has, I think I have quite big hands, that's a bit of a no-no, because, you know, after a while, if you're holding it for a while, you get a bit of cramp, you know, it starts to hurt. But we're gonna see how it goes. I've only just really been holding it for a little while. I haven't been holding it for long enough, and we're gonna see what I can do with this and see if it actually does bother me. So another cool thing, so you guys know, we're using the, I don't even know what lens this is. Oh yeah, it's the 16mm 1.4, is it? Yeah, 16mm 1.4. We have another lens, but I want to see what I can do with this. I never shoot with a wide angle or anything like that, so super wide boy. I think this is equivalent of like 24. This is an APS-C camera, so it's a bit of a difference. That's one of the reasons why I've never gone with Fuji before. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do. Try and practice me wide angle photography, because I work a lot with like telephotos, but I never work with wide, so let's see how this goes. So, you might be thinking, but this is a review of the X-T20. Well, it's not. I'm trying not to do a review of the X-T20. A lot of Fuji cameras are quite similar. So this is just going to be me trying out a whole new camera system, especially a mirrorless, when this is a DSLR, and I'm going to basically see if I like it. It's a completely different look, it's a completely different feel, completely different menu system. You know, you might watch and see in like a month or two I'll switch to a Fuji, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So another thing about the Fujis that I think takes a bit of getting used to, but I really like, is that everything is like manual. It's like an old film camera. You've got like the shutter speed dial up here. You've got these all like kind of dials and stuff, and it's completely different to what a Canon is. One of the coolest things about this is that you have these like picture profiles, I think. Are they called like picture profiles? Yeah. Film simulations. Film simulations, and so you can basically put a filter over top of your photos to make them look a certain way straight out of a camera, which with Canon, you've got like profiles or something like that. It doesn't work as well. This is pretty cool. You can set it to look like old film and stuff like that. So that's one thing I do really like about the Fuji. Another thing which is super cool, obviously this being a mirrorless, and what I'm using right now is a DSLR. This has an electronic viewfinder versus the optical viewfinder on that. What does this mean for anyone who has no idea? So basically mirrorless bodies don't have like a mirror system to look through. So when you look through the little eyepiece, you're basically looking into a tiny screen, whereas on the DSLRs, you're basically looking through a series of mirrors, a little bit similar to, like, I don't know, the best way to describe it is like a submarine, where the mirrors look straight out the lens, and you see it. But the benefit of having an EVF is that basically you can see your exposure. It basically shows you how the image is gonna look, versus on, for example, ye old 6D Mark II, you kind of have to judge and hope that your exposure's right beforehand. So that's one thing I am really liking, because I've never had a mirrorless, but it's really nice. I like. Okay, so as I said earlier, I was gonna get used to the grip. I find myself, as I'm walking, especially with this camera, I'm struggling to figure out where to put my hand. Like, this is getting, it is a little bit uncomfortable. I know Jabe will be proper offended if I talk about his camera this way, but I don't know, like, can you zoom in on that and like see like small grip? It probably won't focus that close, but it's I have like my hand's just like, where do I go? And it's a little bit comfortable in some fingers and then it presses against others. I think if I had a battery grip on, it might be a little bit better. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've stuck with DSLRs for so long. It's because Canon have the ergonomics down to a T. Like, they're great. Like, as you probably can tell holding that camera right now, it's quite nice in the hands, isn't it? Yeah. You don't even have a voice, but
yes.
yeah. So that's the one thing I don't like, but everything else I'm really liking so far. So watch out, boys. Turning into a Fuji shooter soon, maybe. Okay, so I'm super tired from walking around. Not even that long, in all fairness. Well, how long's it been like?
20 minutes.
Like,
no, hang on, we got here.
No. It's been here. We've been here like an hour. Hour and 10, hour and 20. And so I've had a little bit of time to get used to the camera. Obviously, this is nowhere near getting used to a Fuji or getting used to a whole camera system. Obviously, is going to take ages, and that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to just try out a new camera system and see my initial thoughts on it. And initially, pretty good. I'm liking it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly go and take a few last shots that we've got in mind, and then we're gonna actually sit down. We're gonna talk with Jabe as well, instead of him being just behind the camera, and we're gonna go and see what I think about this and how I feel like it stacks up next to the Canon. The moment of honours. I'm gonna give you your camera back. So.
Thank you, sir.
What do you like? I mean, obviously you like Fuji because it's your camera, but let's ask you this question. Using this camera,
okay,
this one, what do you think? What's
DSLR?
Yeah, DSLR. Do you like it?
I like the feel of it. I like the ergonomics. But for me, I want something I can just chuck in my bag and carry around like wherever.
Yeah.
So how portable I like this is, and how small the lenses are, just because of that APS-C sensor. I can just chuck it in any bag, take it anywhere, and then I'm going to be taking more photos more often.
I think, yeah, that's definitely something where I think that I can see a use for this camera. I think the wind is probably like super loud, so yeah, but anyway. I think this camera is good for me as a street photography camera. Now, obviously, because I shoot a mixture of video and photo, I do photography jobs and stuff like that, I don't see Fuji as being a camera I can use for more of a professional setting.
No, definitely not.
But I can imagine that it's super cool as like a little camera to take around if you go on holiday, or if you literally just want to walk around. That's where I can see the benefit in the Fuji. Obviously, I haven't used it anywhere near enough. So at the moment, unfortunately, I'm going to be sticking with my Canon. Good. You're just leaving.
I'll get back to the car though.
Jabe's really cold, so we'll quickly finish up this video. So, I mean, overall, I'm not saying it's a bad camera by any means. I think each one has its benefits. I mean, mirrorless itself has its benefits, so you're really putting me off. Benefits. I'm waiting for Canon to release their version of a decent, like, pro grade, like mirrorless body, because I can see the benefits in terms of like the EVF. I swear to God, I do see the benefits in terms of like an EVF and stuff like that. I think just for me at the moment, something like the Fuji is just, it's kind of, it's difficult for my line of work. I think Canon for me is great for photo, it's great for video, it does a bit of everything, and yeah, it's kind of one of those. I love the Fuji. To be honest, like I am considering getting the Fuji as like a backup kind of street photography camera, and I think that would be the perfect use for one of those cameras. I mean, to carry around, I like street photography. It allows me to just chill, relax, take some photos. So I think that's where this, for example, would be super cool, super light.
No.
Oh my God. The only issue is some of the lenses are quite expensive, but you know, it is what it is. Lenses are expensive at the end of the day. So, do you have anything else to say? Give the camera back. Do you have anything else to say?
No, that's it pretty much. Summed it up quite well.
Obviously, the channel's gonna have a bit of shift with the content that I'm doing with people and like myself. I want to do more like filmmaking, kind of videos, camera gear, and how to record and stuff like that. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. We've tried a few different techniques here, and hopefully, if you liked, you'll subscribe, share it, everything like that. And I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully soon. Probably gonna go for 2 a week, but we all know that that's very difficult to do. But yeah, nonetheless, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later, and say bye, Jay.